Okay, we're going. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Overwatch Wednesdays. I am your host, humble as always, Thezipperdragon here, and today we're going to be playing some Overwatch. For those of you who are outside the loop, Overwatch Wednesday is a new thing I started a few weeks ago. Didn't happen last week because I fell asleep, slept through the time. Confirmed time that's going to happen from now on is 5 o'clock every Wednesday. 5 o'clock EST every Wednesday. Come join me live in the action. Maybe I'll even let you on my Overwatch team. We can play some custom games or some shit. As of right now, I don't know what we're going to be doing. I got my new Cthulhu thing up there. There's Junkenstein, but I don't feel like doing Junkenstein. Let's go with quick match. So, how have y'all been doing? I've been doing great. Yeah. For Halloween, I'm thinking of doing something, and I want you guys to vote on it for me. In the comments, put if you would rather have Amnesia, Outlast, or some other horror type game that I have. Put it in the comments. And for Halloween, I will have an all-night stream. Or I'll do my best, rather. Because, you know, college and shit, depending on the day. Anyways. I will do my best to have the stream done, a one and done, just like Naruto, where I just do the stream completely. Naruto was different because it was only like 2 hours long when you actually just did the story. But with something like Amnesia or something like that, it's going to take, you know, a couple hours. So it's up to you guys. Put down in the comments what you want me to do for Halloween. So today I don't have anyone with me. Today it's just me. Let's go with my boy Reaper.
Death walks among you.
Death walks among you.
Alright, let's do this. We have to stop the payload. So yeah, today I don't have anyone with me. Tbarr's not on. I guess he's at school or something like that. If you guys want to know how I've been recently, my my stream has been out, or my school's been on strike. I haven't been able to do anything really. Can't even like talk to my teachers or anything like that, but it's whatever, you know. I get time off. Kind of hoping it goes on for like another week or two, because then I can go to like Thor Ragnarok without interruption, and my dad's got some kind of doctor's appointment or something like that, so I'd have to either go to school early or go to my mom's. Not a big fan of my mom's. I'll talk about that some other time. Maybe I'll do like a questions and answers video or something like that. But yeah, so I'm not very close with my mom. But I'm not gonna get into that because today's a happy stream. Today's a happy zappy stream. Trying to think of what else has been going on in the life of Chaboy the Thezipperdragon. God damn it! I was going to go Wraith form there, but I didn't think it did that much damage. Symmetra's damage is deceiving. Like I need to rewatch the footage on how fast my health went down, because I was like full health. I'm just thinking to myself, no, I'll be fine. I can go for another second, and then just dead. So.
I foresee great things for you.
So I've been playing Fortnite lately. Fortnite's fun. Don't fuck with me, bitch. Fortnite's fun, but I don't know, it got old fast. Nope. Yeah, the main gameplay mode kind of got old. It's, I don't know, it's like if you took Nazi zombies from Call of Duty, combine it with Minecraft, and added in a teeny weeny bit of Overwatch, because some of the characters have abilities, or I mean, they all have different abilities. Like there's some characters that have blink, so like a tracer thing going on. Some can build things like specific things like better walls or certain traps and stuff like that. One of the guys that I've gotten to like the next prestige or whatever is he can build like a shock tower, and it electrocutes enemies in an area for a certain amount of time, and you have to find them based on that thing, and then you get like different weapons and stuff like that. The only thing that's not really Overwatch is you can have any character can have any weapons, I think. I've only used a couple characters, so yeah, I'm kind of camping right now because I'm not really focusing. Shit. There we go.
60 seconds.
Wow, it was so close. So close. Anyways, yeah. For me, Fortnite just kind of got old. I'll keep playing it, but I don't know. It's just, it's weird.
Cannot hold me.
It's fun, I guess. I played the Battle Royale. The Battle Royale mode, I would compare it to the Hunger Games in a way that, like, basically you drop in, and if anyone here watches film theory, MatPat actually did a theory on how to survive the Hunger Games, or at least how to increase your chances. And the theories were basically, don't go to the cornucopia. If you don't know what the cornucopia is, it's basically this area where there's all these weapons and supplies, and like, you know, all this shit. Don't go there, because like the strategy is, you know, go there and get weapons and shit, and it's like, no, don't, because everyone's gonna go there, and that's where like 95% of the killings are gonna be. And I mean, it kind of holds true in Battle Royale. Instead of there being a cornucopia, you can there's like different areas. Like anywhere with a building is basically guaranteed to have weapons and stuff. Weapons and supplies and traps and stuff. You can't build any weapons like you can in the main game, and no abilities are present. You can't use like phase shift, which yes is the legitimate name of an ability in the game. It's basically Tracer's blink. But yeah, there's no like abilities. And the main part of the game is, you know, trying to survive and find shit. But yeah, the strategy is, you know,
I'm patched up.
Don't move if you don't have to. Don't go looking for fights. But it's kind of true. Like, having played many rounds of Battle Royale, and only won once, by the way. I've only won one round. I play teams, by the way. I play squad. So one of MatPat's rules doesn't really apply. He made like a I don't know why that Hanzo would do that. He made basically his thoughts on whether you should keep a team, because, you know, the upsides of a team are you can gang up on Big Boy, make sure that, you know, you can take down the hardest to fight enemy. Because I mean, like, if there's a guy that's outright stronger than you are, I mean, you need to turn the odds in your favor. But the problem with that is, you know, when you have a team, there's mistrust going around. You know, when there's only one winner, you know, when the final three are out there, who wins? Like, who do you let win? And the better option is to work alone, because, you know, you never know if, you know, you're not always going to be the guy to turn around and say, all right, our team ship's over, let me blast you in the back of the head, you know? And the other thing about that is, everyone's equal in that game. You know, everyone starts out equal. They all fall out of the plane with nothing except for a pickaxe to their name. One thing I wish would change is I want the pickaxe to do more damage, because it's kind of unfair. I find it unfair that as soon as you get down there, like as soon as you'll be amazed how fast the kills start happening. I might do a Fortnite Battle Royale Friday instead of For Honor this week. That's another thing I'm starting, by the way, is For Honor Fridays. But I'll do either Fortnite or For Honor every Friday. I might do Fortnite this week. But anyways, so the problem with that is, you know, you find a guy with a weapon, no matter what weapon it is, they're going to take you down. Because the pickaxe is trash. The pickaxe does no damage. The only time you're going to kill anyone with a pickaxe is when the fight is already unfair, when it's 2 people on 1. That's the only time I've ever been killed by a pickaxe, unless it was a pickaxe v pickaxe fight. So I feel like the pickaxe should do a bit more damage. But anyway, so it's just kind of weird how quickly everything just kind of piles up. But back to the whole strategy of things. If you follow the whole Hunger Games strategy that Matt Pat lays out in film theory, you survive a bit longer. So let me roll out how Fortnite Battle Royale actually works. You're a guy, obviously, or a girl, and you fall out of a bus, and you pick where you fall. You basically ride in a bus, and you choose when you fall out, and you try and direct your fall, and you get like a parachute so you don't die, and the parachute you can either deploy the parachute or it'll deploy when you get close enough to the ground. And you try and find a good place to land. Rule of thumb is basically, if there's buildings, there's supplies. There's guns or bandages or shield potions or traps, stuff like that. And you just try and outlast the other 99 people, because part of Battle Royale is that there's this huge area and 100 people to kill, and the last person standing lives. There's also duo and squad, but they're just the same, except everyone's in teams of 2 or 4. I play squad because, you know, it's more people to have on your back.
Attackers incoming.
Shit, I missed. So basically, the rule, okay, so after the first, I think, 3 minutes, the storm starts to form. If you don't know anything about Fortnite, basically, the main game itself, the game that was released on the release day, because Battle Royale came out on its own, I think, a little bit later. Battle Royale, the story is 98% of the population disappeared, and they were replaced by zombies. And you have to build your own little area of safety. And there's scavenge missions where you kind of go out into the town and do your own thing and defend or whatever. And then there's missions where you have to defend your own little stronghold and build it up to be better. And you get these heroes, kind of like Overwatch, and they come from loot crates. So it's kind of like Overwatch if you didn't get your heroes automatically. So basically, the storm, you would think that it would be PvE, but it's not. There are no zombies in the whole thing. I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity. You could have had zombies in Battle Royale. It would have been kind of cool. Would have added more to the environment. So what basically happens is the storm closes in, and if you're outside the shield, there's like the shield, and it slowly lowers over time. You take constant damage. You take, I think, 2 things of damage per second for every second that you're outside the shield. And if you don't like it, you die. That's what happens, and that kind of sucks, but whatever. So your objective is to stay within the shield, and like I said, the shield, I think what happens is the area, after every time the shield gets smaller, the area gets cut in half. So like you have this huge island, but then if you look at the map when the first, because it shows you the next like milestone where the storm is gonna stop. And if you look at it, I think it's about half of the first area, and then slowly it gets smaller and smaller until I've made it to the point where it was only a few square yards or circular yards, I guess. And that was the only time I've ever won. But it got super small. I'd assume that it would either stop at that point, or it would keep going to the point where it would be like, you just have to survive the longest out there. But basically the rules are stay out of the storm and be the last person standing. So you don't... Like I said, the rule of thumb... I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of how to talk about this. This isn't scripted, so... the rule of thumb is basically, like, don't go to areas where a lot of people would be, you know, larger areas with lots of guns and stuff, because that's where people are gonna go. You want to go to smaller areas, because even, like, in the small shacks, there's stuff. So, like, if you can find a small shack or something, like an outhouse, you can find shit to work with. So, you know, go to those. Don't go looking for a fight. Don't be a hunter. Because there's more of a chance that, you know, the career killers are gonna kill your ass. Yeah, it's just easier that way, from experience. Don't go looking for a fight. There's a lot of, like, other rules that don't apply in MatPat's video, like resources. You don't need resources. Maybe like bullets and guns, but that's about it. You don't need to build a shelter. You don't need food or water or anything like that. Again, sort of a missed opportunity. But there's not technically a time limit, I guess. I don't really know what happens. If someone who's made it to, like, the legitimate longest you could possibly survive in Fortnite could tell me, is there, like, does the shield keep getting smaller, or does it stop at some point? Yeah, we won. But, yeah, does it just keep getting smaller, or does it ever just, like, stop and be like, oh, yeah, you're good. Nah, just fight it out here.
Play of the game.
I mean, it's good to have a fortress. You know, it's good to have, like, an area where you can kind of hide and relax. But at the same time, you're kind of just wasting resources. Because, like, if you set up and put all your traps and shit and build, like, this huge 80-foot fortress, A, your opponents are going to know where you are, and they're going to come at you. And B, when the circle inevitably, because there's no way you're gonna get lucky enough to get the perfect spot that you can sit there and jerk off the whole game. If your fortress gets, you know, you've left all that stuff. You can't, as far as I know, you can't pick up your traps once you place them. All breaking your walls and stuff, unless there were walls that were already there in the game when the game started. They don't give you back your materials, your wood, your stone, your metal. So you're wasting stuff. And I mean, by the time it gets to that smaller point, you're either dead or there's no point, because the area is so small that you can basically see each other. Like, again, I have a, I've survived once to the end with my 4-man team. I've actually survived twice to the final 2 teams. Once I won, once I didn't. Both times my team was the attacking team. My team was the team that sieged. The first time we lost because assholes perched themselves on the top of a mountain with 3 guys with sniper rifles and 1 guy with a fucking rocket launcher. And the second time, they were building a fortress when we found them, and it was 3v4. and I took out 2 of the guys because I downed one with a sniper rifle, and then I pulled out a grenade launcher and just started lobbing grenades at them. So pretty quickly, like, there's no point in even building a fortress, really. Like, you might as well just siege. If you have the better weaponry, you might as well just siege, because you win. But yeah, tips that I have, like I said, don't go looking for fights. 9 times out of 10, if you go looking for fights, you're gonna find one, and it's not gonna be in your favor. As much as you think, oh, I can siege and win and kick ass, you're not that good. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna be that good. Even in a team, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna be that good, because if it's a player that's already alive late game, they've got their team with them. Because if they're still alive and they don't have their team with them, they've been lucky. They haven't come across anyone. Or they've been like super duper lucky, because there's no way. People who are loners get picked off very fast. Even people who aren't loners, who are just trying to grab their team, you know, like if you and your team, I've had a game where I've lost 3/4 of my team before the shield started closing, because my team, we were just trying to find each other, you know, like we were together until like the last few feet of the drop, and then we split off to go search different areas. And what happened? The team got picked off one by one, and I ended up being the only one left because I was the only one smart enough to sit still. And that's the name of the game. If you don't have to move, there's less of a chance you're gonna get ambushed. Less of a chance you're gonna, you know, be out of your element. You're not gonna be able to defend. You just need to keep in mind that when the enemy comes looking for you, it's on your terms. When you go looking for the enemy, it's on their terms. You know, if you go looking for the enemy, what I mean by that is when you go looking for the enemy, you're gonna find them most likely in an area where they are safe, they've built up defenses, they've been smart enough to protect themselves, you know, to build up traps, to build up a wall, you know, to build up defenses and little holes in the wall where they can shoot from, little windows and stuff. And you don't have any of that. You're a sitting duck. So it's always better to have the enemy come looking for you. I mean, it's just kind of basic intelligence. Like, I shouldn't even have to explain this. But for people who don't kind of think that way, would you rather have someone finding you in an area where you've already thought up all kinds of different traps and shit, or would you rather go looking for the enemy where they have that luxury? Yeah. Personally, I'd rather have the luxury of making the area that my enemies will have to run through.
Much better.
That's Fortnite, however. Fallout, I don't have that same kind of thing, mostly because enemies don't come looking for you, but whatever. But yeah, just like Battle Royale, I know I'm trailing on, I don't really know what to say. Don't go looking for a fight, basically. Don't go looking for a fight, because you're going to find one, and 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be one that's in your favor. Are you going to win? Maybe. But you're going to expend resources winning. It's not going to be an easy fight for you. You're going to expend more ammo than you want, more health than you want, more shield potions than you want. And you want that to go to the enemy. You want all that burden to go to the enemy and all the things that they have to expend. That is probably my #1 rule. Is anything that could be taken as go looking for a fight, don't do it. Don't go to the cornucopia, as it were. Because if you die in the first few minutes, it's your problem. You know, there's no one to blame but yourself, and there's nothing to gain. Because if you die in the first few seconds, it's over. You know, you go find a different game. That's what's kind of discouraging about Battle Royale, if you ask me, is, you know, you die in the first few seconds, there's no coming back. In duo or squad, as long as your squad mate's alive, they can revive you, but it's not often that happens. Usually, if your squad mate is close enough to save you, they're going to die. Rule of thumb. I say rule of thumb too much.
No one can hide from the hunters.
That's really the only piece of advice that I can give anyone, because most people will probably be like, screw you, that's not how I play. Well, I mean, go ahead then. Play the way you want. But the best thing I can give you is don't go looking for a fight, because you're not Billy Badass. As much as you think you are, you're not even close to Billy Badass. Billy Badass could take you. You're not Billy Badass. You can't take on 4 people. Not on your own. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Fortnite. It's not really my game. The only real thing I really like about it is the whole collectathon aspect. You know, I like to obtain things. You know, the loot llamas are cool.
What just?
What else do I have to say? What else do I have to talk about? I've been watching the Amazing Atheist, and I think he's pretty funny. I think he can be a bit too loud sometimes, but I mean, what YouTuber isn't these days? You gotta get your voice heard. That fucking headshot, though. Oh, I'm super excited because I found out Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming out in January. Even though the Super Edition says it's coming out in March. Technically April because it's March 31st. I'm hoping Shinobi Striker gets a release date soon. I kind of hate it when the release date is December 31st of next year. Because, like, that's not information because it's not going to release then. That just means that it's pushed past this year. That's all that ever means. In case you were ever wondering what that means, it means it's pushed until next year. It doesn't mean it's pushed until 2 years from now. I've also been watching Rick and Morty Season 1 today.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
I really want to get into watching One Punch Man. Everyone's gotten on my fucking... Everyone's gotten onto my my case about watching One Punch Man.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
I'm excited to go see Thor next week. Let's try Tracer this round. I never play Tracer anymore.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here! Oi! This is no time for standing around.
Alright. I really like this skin for Tracer, even though I love her her Olympics outfit, because it's just like her guns are spray paint guns. I love it. It just looks so cool. You know, fuck the police. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. So, I'm also gonna be able to play Assassin's Creed Origins for you guys because Tbarr says he's gonna pre-order it. because I got Shadow of Mordor for him. And then we're planning on one of us gets Shinobi Strikers and one of us gets Dragon Ball Fighters. Let's make sure we don't get hit by a mine.
Just in time.
Okay, whatever you say, game.
Wait for me.
How to accelerate?
Shit, no one's looking around. I'm pretty excited for Thor 3. It looks really good. Kind of got a little bit of World War Hulk to it.
I'm on the objective.
See you later.
Let's try that again.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, we're gonna go with someone else.
Diva online.
I mean, I did pretty good with Widowmaker last round. Oh, we don't have a healer. Let's change that.
I'll be watching over you.
I'll be watching over you. In other words, I will be overwatching you.
My healing spell is upon you. My servants never die. Let's get you back out there. Self-medicating.
I hate you, McCree. I can't really think of anything else to talk about. That's about it. I've never been a good vlogger. Who else have I been watching?
Recovery.
I don't know. I don't really read the news. I would make a terrible vlogger.
Primed and ready.
Gemeinsam kämpfen wir.
I'm glad to help out you, boy. Damn it.
You've got this. Here all along.
Art of deception. Thank you.
Oh, come on. That's a bullshit shot. That's an aimbot shot if I've ever seen one.
I must go where I'm
What's
needed.
coming up? I haven't really started a new walkthrough yet, have I? I mean, there's the co-op walkthrough, but I don't count those. I want to do Ninja Storm 2.
You're welcome to join me.
I should also really start working on Uncharted again. I've really been not paying attention to Uncharted.
Let's get you back out there. I still have use for you. I have empowered you.
You have my thanks.
We make a great team.
Thank you.
¿Qué tal?
Be right back. That's the healing spell.
Marks his prey.
Wow, okay. So what's up? Yeah, I got nothing either. I really want to get the Fractured Butthole. That looks like a really cool game. Am I walking or while you're saying? Sorry, I'm not really paying attention. I'm typing.
My ultimate is ready. My retire is almost ready. My blade ready to be unleashed.
Let's yeah, I'm failing my team somewhat.
Sniper!
I swear to God, this Mercy has aimbot. Like, this is ridiculous.
A speedy recovery. My ultimate is ready. Damage amplified. Help me! Don't let up on them. Did someone call for? I will watch over you.
The objective is mine. Be quick about it.
I'm being attacked. Where does it go?
I am claiming the objective.
My servant. Provide.
They don't even have a fucking tank on their team. Then again, I don't think we do either.
Modernen Medizin.
Hello.
That's the healing spell. I still have use for you. My damage spells upon you. Catching you.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
The objective is mine. Be quick about it.
Justice reigns from above.
Wow, okay.
Be quick about it.
It's hard.
Come on.
Wonders of modern medicine.
The McCree high nooned himself. Oh, that's always funny. That never gets old. When you see a McCree high noon himself. I guess it gets old for the team that, you know, has it happen to them.
Thank you kindly.
Perfect! Who's with me? My ultimate is charging.
My servants never die.
Would help if, you know, the team, like, bulked up. Like, actually, you know, came in together. Today's Overwatch Wednesday might be a little bit short, because I don't got a whole lot to talk about.
Enchanting your damage.
I mean, I when I do stuff like this, I also like to have something to talk about, especially when I'm alone.
My ultimate is almost ready.
I could use some assistance.
Hold on.
That's the healing spell. Damage amplified. 60 seconds. I will watch over you. Where does it hurt?
I didn't even mean to do that. I meant to switch weapons.
My servants never die.
Yeah!
Victory.
Woo! We did it! Show me
Play of the
mercy.
game.
Oh, please, the fucking
Nerf this.
oh god, the aimbot Widowmaker. Alright, we'll do one more game, and then I guess I'll stream something else to make up for it later tonight. I'll stream like Uncharted or something.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Volskaya. Time for a super overpowered final match.
Select your hero.
But yeah, so I'm planning on streaming at least 1 hour per, you know, Overwatch Wednesday, For Honor Friday, whatever. Give it a little bit of consistency. But tonight tonight's just gonna be an hour, because I don't know, I don't have a lot to talk about. No one's on. It's gonna be 5 o'clock EST, Eastern Standard. If you don't know what time that is, well, too fucking bad, I don't know. But I think that's when I'll do all of my, like, For Honor Fridays will be at 1 o'clock or 5 o'clock.
30 seconds.
I don't know. Just trying to get some sort of schedule in my life.
I foresee great things for you. Let's get started.
So of course we're gonna do the OP Torbjorn right here.
Just look at you.
Sit here with a fucking turret.
Hello. 1. Attackers incoming.
Hello.
Defend objective A.
Hello. Oh yeah, just keep hammering that ass. Man, isn't this some exciting gameplay? Torbjorn players, man. They have the most exciting gameplay.
Hello.
Run and hide. Run and hide. I know where you live. Bitch. Don't you ever try that shit again.
Armor up.
Put it on the point. Oh shit, that's ours. He scared me. I'm gonna wait for this to come back. How much you want to bet that before this comes back, my fucking thing? Oh, there's the Yu-Gi-Oh marathon on Twitch. I've been on and off because every time any kind of commercial happens, they stop it. That's like every 5 minutes.
Not enough scrap. This will come in handy.
So like every fucking 5 minutes, there's a commercial break and it fucking changes. It's just, it's annoying to have like a minute-long intermission every 5 minutes. So I haven't really been watching the Yu-Gi-Oh marathon. I've been flipping on and off every couple hours just to see where they're at. But I mean, like at this point, I could watch it on Twitch, or I mean, I could watch it on Netflix, because Netflix has up to the 3rd season, I think. But the problem with that is that the 3rd season ends before Duelist Kingdom's even done. So like, it's not even the end of that whole arc.
And always use more.
Our point is under attack.
Show them what you can do.
They're taking the objective.
I'm on fire.
Hello, hello.
I find a problem with that. Why can't you at least end the arc? You know, how come the seasons don't ever end the arc? work, you know? Like, you got all these box sets that they start and end before the shit's even done. Like, what's the point?
Did I leave that there?
Enemy turret ahead.
Wow, you're fucking lucky bitch. So anyways, what else is there to talk about?
Let's get.
I think I've established this. I don't know what to talk about. The Thezipperdragon doesn't know what to talk about. The Thezipperdragon makes a terrible vlogger.
Thanks. Armor up.
Armor up. We'll put a
Shots
turret right here too.
potential. Turret deployed. Now
There we go.
60 seconds remaining.
Well executed.
come get your armor. Them off the point.
30 seconds remaining.
On 30 seconds. You just have to hold it for 30 seconds.
Lose their objectives.
There's work to be done.
They're taking our point. Everyone work together.
Come on.
10
Tell me the
seconds
whole team is dead. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. They're gonna get here.
Lose their objectives.
Enemy turret ahead.
They're taking
No, yeah, they're gonna get it.
Objective lost. New defense point. Objective B.
I have big plans for you.
Put it here, and when I run out, I'll,
Let's hear those guns.
enemy turret ahead. Thanks. Smoke the turret.
Alright, I guess I'll go Bastion. Bastion's just kind of the easiest character to go on a point like this.
Clear the point.
Don't you dare tell me they're about to get it.
The enemy.
Got them off the point. That's all that matters right now. That's all I care about, getting them off the point.
Enemy turret here.
Bitch.
This will help.
How is she getting her fucking ult every 3 seconds, man? These guys are trash. Wow, okay. Fucking trash ass Reaper. Ha! That's how you prove it's a fucking trash ass Reaper. I've never wasted a die so badly.
Bad guys. Heads up.
Thanks for defending me. Wow, okay. Wow, okay, wherever he was.
We need to defend the objective.
冻住，不许走。
Wow, okay. You guys are fucking trash, but whatever. Alright, well, that was the session of Overwatch Wednesdays. I hope you all enjoyed.
Play of the game.
I'm hoping that I get a loot box after this, but I'm not entirely even sure. Probably not. Yep. Overwatch needs to be less stingy with their shit. Alright, well that was this week's session of Overwatch Wednesdays. But, if you like the stream, follow me on Twitch, hit that notification icon, get a notification every time I start streaming. Get the app and you get a live notification. Follow me on Twitter, get a notification from me every time I even post a message, and I've been doing that a lot more often lately. Subscribe to me on YouTube, catch up on all the streams that you missed. And remember, doesn't matter what science says, as long as you believe it's still a planet, Pluto is still a planet.